Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel. Can you believe that it's day 48 of the 100-day project? I know I can't. Probably planning a little celebration of some sort when I hit the halfway mark. I guess that the lesson that I've learned, though, is that the next time I do this, I should start it earlier in the year so that it doesn't run into one of the busiest seasons of the year, particularly on a farm. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking and showing about tags, paper tags, as opposed to fabric. Did I say tags? That's tabs with a B, not a G. So tabs and paper versus, fabric. But let me show you sort of what led to this point. So now I don't know if this has been aired or not, but I did do a book haul video that included this particular book, Poetic Dewdrops for Children, and 1986. Anyway, the beauty of this book is that, well, until I got my grubby little hands on it, it had many, 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 many really cute illustrations. So yesterday, when I was the passenger in our car, I thought to myself, well, I never really sit still, so why don't I bring the book along and do some selective tearing? So what I had done was, my first round of going through the book was to remove basically all the children images. So that led to something like this. I mean, this didn't all happen yesterday, obviously. But I got the last of the kids out of the book, and you can see illustrations are really cute. They're a good size. And how did that geranium get in there? No, Gloxinia. So I have all of the, and there's a cat and a lamb. Again, can't do ultimate sorting in a car. But basically, so what I did, I had this pouch, I had a pair of scissors, and I should say that, like if you intend to, regardless of how long or how short your plans are for fussy cutting, my advice would be use your most comfortable scissors. When I go out, I wear my rings, and I have a thumb ring, and yeah, it was kind of painful. All for the name of fashion, because I'm such a fashion plate, Anyway, so those are the kids. So then I went through a second time, and I ripped out the flowers and the animals and the birds. So this is what I end up with. And of course, in some cases, I had to make a decision, which side to use. But anyway, so this reduces the bulk quite a bit. So then there were pages in the book that lent themselves to kind of keeping them intact and using them in a particular way. So I just folded this down, and so that will be like the reinforced edge of a pocket. So I put that aside. Now this boy, looking kind of, cool, it's all blank at the back. So I just left it as is, as a reminder to, just square it off. And I've got a journaling card. Some of these that were, here's another one that obviously would be the same sort of thing, a reinforced pocket. I just, folded it really roughly so that, like, better to leave it too big and refold it than do it too small and maybe crook it in a car and then, be sorry about it. So there's that. And then there were these sorts of images It's sort of, you know, kind of wrapped around the whole page almost. So I thought, well, let me leave this one intact because, of course, I didn't have my ruler. From top to bottom of that design, it's about 7.5. So, you know, maybe with some skillful trimming or whatever, it could become a bookmark or a belly band or whatever. But I didn't want to make that decision again in that kind of a setting. Same sort of scenario here. I just folded it again to reduce the bulk and to remind myself that I probably have a plan. Then there were others where I obviously took something off this side, and this is what I was left with. Well, with that diagonal, that would make a great tuck spot. So I folded like so. Anyway, you get the idea, I'm sure. So these things are waiting to be completed. Now, a lot of these floral images are kind of you know, wispy. Like it would be cruel and unusual punishment to have to try to fussy cut that. I should probably move this further out of the way. Some of them would be easier, like these poppies, or let me find something that's really kind of detailed, you know, like something like that. So I'll pull out a few of those kind. Because it didn't occur to me till I was trying to clean my desk this morning, thinking that, okay, that's another one. Thinking that it would be good to, you know, try to get a video done today, and what should it be? Anyway, that's probably enough to work with because I do want to keep the video quick and easy. Okay, so my intention as I was, you know, again, ripping through these things yesterday is, when I'm back in my office, in my studio, I will find, I'll see how well some of these fit into some punches. But then I also had on my desk a bunch of a bunch of tabs that I obviously made at some point and not used. So got me thinking, well, okay. So if a person wanted to mass make a bunch of tabs, there are a few ways to go about it. So these, now maybe you can tell by me flicking that these they're fairly thick. Now that is just a page of a book, but it has been collaged. So it looks like I may have cut up a masterboard and folded it. And I don't know if I just finger folded it or what, because the fold does not feel very sharp, to be honest. Okay, that helps. So I probably just did it like that. So that's another possible use for a masterboard. So got a little pile going, a little stash going. Now, another thing, and I won't obviously make you watch me do that. I'll put them aside. Another thing we often have are these sorts of tabs that someone has included in a digital kit that we've purchased. So I have some of these cut out. And I know that somewhere in this world, I have more tabs. I wonder if it's been posted. The other day, I did a video about a thrift haul. And one of the things that I bought was this punch here. And I've gotten smart enough to either find a scrap of paper in my purse or ask at the till for a piece of paper and actually try it out to see if it actually cuts. Because as we know, sometimes people donate stuff that is past its prime. So that's what that looks like. And I just had tried it on some lined paper. But there's no reason why this can't be a tab. Some of the others that I found in my little stash here, also masterboard style. But these were cut using a scalloped oval. So that's pretty fancy. So again, won't do all of them, but you can see that it does add to the little pile. So then, back to these things that I ripped out of the book yesterday. I thought to myself, okay, why can't I use this new punch to cut out some of those images that would be a pain to fussy cut? So, is that not cute? So I was thinking to myself, okay, that's one way to do it. With this orientation that you see. But what about if I did it the opposite way? Is that going to work just as well? Because, and let's just open this prototype here and pick a page. You know, typically flowers, you know, roots are down, blossoms are up. So I think it might look kind of ridiculous if it was upside down. But does that not look cute? And I'm probably out of frame now. It looks equally as good on the other side. And this, of course, is just book weight paper. So it is not going to be as thick and bulky as these are that I made with masterboards. Let's try another one. So then I did you saw I did the opposite. Looks good. Looks good. So that made me think, well, why don't I turn on the camera and show you guys that, and maybe look at some of the other possibilities with punches. So we know that this works. This is a shallower oval without the scallop. So let's just see. Now in this case, again, I took something off the other side. So if I kind of center it like that, I can see already that when I fold it in half, I'm going to have cuteness on both sides. So that is as easy peasy as that. Can I get another one? Might be a little... Let's just save this for something else. Okay, so we know that the oval works. We know that this works. Now, I'm not one of those people that has a whale tail punch, but hey, I don't need one, do I? This one is a 1 1/4 inch square. So we know that that will work as well. And again, I think it lends itself really quite nicely. I'm just trying to sort of decide what I want here. Because it's so kind of sweet and delicate. So, of course, the same thing will work with a circular punch. I actually thought I was pulling out a circular punch to show you. What do I have near me? Oh, maybe nothing. Anyway, Obviously, you know what a circular punch is like. The other punch that I got the other day when I bought this one is this one. Now, oh, maybe the tiniest of the tiny. Let's see what happens here. Now, I barely have enough here to hang on to. See, that's not going to work particularly well. But, I mean, it could make a cute little label type thing. And I don't know, again, whether you own something like this, whether you saw that video or not, where I, did the, well, this is upside down, obviously, but you can see, too, that it's 2 for the price of 1. There is this tiny, teeny, tiny little guy there. Now, would we ever, I suppose on a little micro mini something, oh my goodness, wouldn't that be cute on the page of a little micro mini journal? And I do have many of those. So yes, I'm throwing that into the mix here. So you can see that it works well with these sorts of florally images. I know that I could also, these are some tags that I've had on my desk here forever, kind of waiting for, some final, why don't I use that one or this one? I can put a tab on a tag. Let's just see if something else, one of these others might be a bit better. Maybe that's a bit white. But you can see that if I had the perfect one, it's another option for decorating the side of a tag as well. So I'm not going to belabor that because you can figure that part out yourselves. But then I thought, okay, well, I'm going to have to show the people something. What else do I have near me that could work as well? So these are borders that I cut off some wallpaper rolls. This is a label from a piece of, I guess it was ribbon, with the price tag on it, and some other little scraps. So let's just, and the beauty of a vinyl one like this is, if I can get it in there, is that it is, it's stronger than just ordinary paper because this particular one sort of has a vinyl coating. Like, wouldn't that be cool? Could also do it the other way. So it's another way to dress up different aspects of a junk journal, as well as get some of this stuff off the table once and for all. Well, not quite true, because now I need to store the tab somewhere. But obviously, there's a lot less. That's going to take a lot less room than all these bits that I have. So I'm going to just do this label type one here. And I mean, this stuff it's easy and it's mindless and you don't need to concentrate. Let's see what we get with the oval. So a person could fill up a drawer or a box or a basket or however you do your sorting with a bunch of these things, just ready to select when the time comes, when you need it. I had a fold in there from something else, so I'd better, whoops, I'd better miss that. The one there probably won't get another one. Well, maybe. And the beauty of using papers like something you're already, oh, see, that was very close to the fold. That needs a little neatening up. Yeah, by using scrap pieces of something you've already used, it means that you're going to have a more cohesive and kind of, well, cohesive, congruent kind of a look to whatever it is that you do. I have these columns of numbers. Why don't we try that? Maybe that's too narrow. I don't particularly want all that white space. Maybe I'm better off using the oval. So again, you can, get a bunch of scraps, get a bunch of your punches, and just see what works best with what you have. And just pound them out. Oh, I'm going to make a bunch of the little teeny tiny ones. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at that. I'll do a bunch and then show you. That other punch almost becomes like the little reservoir. Trying to be reasonably centered. Now, of course, if you don't have these punches, especially with the, okay, not enough, with the, oh, it doesn't take much to amuse me, does it? Whoops. This guy needs a little trim here. That one's crooked. Let's just fold this baby in half and see what we get. Just about time for a nail job. Goodness. There it is. Is that not the cutest? Now, of course, this will be lost on a monster tag like this, but yes, and if I do it this way, the numbers are more readable. Oh, cute, 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 cute. So, yeah, and this is part of somebody's digital. This would be a nice way to, let's do a square here. And you know that I'm going to get the most out of this piece of paper. Now I can use the, oh, there it is. I can use the oval. Will I get another one? Maybe not. Nope. But you can see where this is going. I can do a bunch of these little baby guys. From the sublime to the ridiculous. And she's going to get one out of that little tiny, teeny, tiny thing. And out of this, oh, maybe nothing to hold on to. That paper had a problem, so I shouldn't have tried that hard. Anyway, I think that that is all I want to show you today, but this alone was worth the price of admission. Anyway, so you saw that, just for 1 second, back to this book. The cover is in really good shape, so obviously I will be salvaging the cover at some point. And because it has these bold, a lot of bold titles. Oh, and there's still, some seasonal and, religious things in here. I still, have more to remove. But certainly a person can pick out some of the words that could also be used to decorate. I guess the only problem is I haven't really figured out a sensible way of, an efficient way of sorting sentiments so that you can actually find the one you need when you need it without, it turning into a half-day event. So, yeah, anyway, thank you so much for joining me. And this was, like I say, an easy peasy one that would work in any project. That isn't really one that's kind of creased. Trying to miss that price tag. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, cool. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.